Okay, we are back. So question 6 tells us, figure 1 shows a sketch of ABC. Given that AB is a yada yada and BC is yada yada, find AC. Alright, let's just, you know what? I'm going to take my own triangle and I'm going to make my own little thing. Bump the diagram, if you know what I mean. Let's actually build a pretty decent triangle. It's A, C, B. Okay, we're going to get the arrows because it says A to B, so A to B, B to C, so that's B to C. We're going to do minus 3I, minus 4J, minus 5K. Cool. This one is going to be B to C, so it's I plus J plus 4K. Cool. So to find A to C, we need to go from A to B to C. So A to B to C. So to A to C, we need to do A to B first of all. Then we have to go up A to B to C. We have to do B to C. Okay, so B to C being, if I can pull out the working out, A to C would then be minus 3I minus 4J minus 5K plus I plus J plus 4K. That in turn gives you the answer minus 2I minus 3J minus K. That's A to C, boom, 2 marks, easy. Number B asks to find cosine ABC. Okay, so this is interesting. So I can remove all of them, and I have A to C as well, so we have that. Now what we want to do to find the cosine of A, B, and C, we actually want to apply the cosine rule, because it's telling us that, in fact, B over here, that we're trying to find out, ABC, we need to find out cosine B, if that makes sense, because B is in the middle. So this is what we need to do. Okay, now I'm going to label them slightly different. Well, it doesn't really matter. The main part is that A is the actual thing that we're trying to find. So we're going to call that A. That's little a. B. And then that is C. Okay? Now to find A, B, and C, this is pretty simple. We just find the magnitude. So the magnitude of A to C, for example, that is minus 2, minus 3, minus K, which is just 1. That is equal to 2 squared. Doesn't matter about the minuses or plus, they all become positive either way. 3 squared plus 1 squared. That would give us root 14. Okay, root 14. Is that root 14 or root 18? Hold on, let me just put it on the calculator. Just want to double check if I got the answer right. 2 squared plus 3 squared plus 1. Yep, root 14. Great, so this is root 14. As equal to root 14. And then this would be B. So B would be, where was it? B to C. So B to C would be 1, 1, 4. So that is equal to the root of 1 squared plus 1 squared plus 4 squared. That would be shift root. That would be root 18. And then finally we work out C, which is A to B is minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, which is 3 squared plus 4 squared plus 5 squared, which gives us the answer root 50. Cool. So when it comes to the cosine rule, because we're trying to find an angle, me personally, there's 2 cosine rules that I remember. Now you can do the whole rearranging thing to find the angle by itself, make that the subject of the formula, and that's cool. But for me, to minimize the levels of mistakes, I tend to just remember it off by memory. So the formula would be cosine A equal to b squared plus c squared minus a squared all over 2bc. The way I remember it is that this only has like the letters, and the most single letters are on the top, and then the least single letters are on the bottom. I just have it ingrained in my memory for some reason. So this is what we are going to use. So then cosine A would then be b squared, which is 18, plus c squared, which is 50, and then a squared. The root is removed because they are squared. Now we are working on the bottom. 2b squared root 18 c squared root 50. Cool. We tidy this up a little bit, which gives us at the end 54, and then this one would be 2 root 25 times or is it 3 root 2? Or if you want to pop it all in the calculator, that could also work. Which gives you 60. And I can remove all that, because you can just pop it in the calculator. If you simplify 54 over 60, it's like 27 over 30, for example. And you simplify it further, 27 divided by 3, you get that. Boom. Easy. 3 marks. Cool. Number 7. 7 is a nice, beautiful 9 marker. This is pretty simple. What you would do in this scenario is it's asking you to find the center of a C and the exact radius. As a simplified set too, don't want to forget that. Don't want to lose marks over little things, you know. This is the equation, simple thing. Okay, A, right? X squared plus y squared minus 10x plus 4y plus 11. We would get x plus minus 5 squared minus 25 plus y plus 2 squared minus 4 plus 11 is equal to 0. Tidy it up a little bit, just to make it look a little bit more presentable. Squared plus y plus 2 squared is equal to 18, I believe. And then, yeah, the coordinates for the circle would be 5 and minus 2. We flip the signs of both of these to get the final coordinates because they are in the brackets. And then the radius would equal to root 18. Simplifying that gives us 3 root 2. Perfect. Question number B. Now this is the tricky one. It's asking us that, I'm going to change the highlighter. It's telling us that line L has the equation y equals 3x plus k. Given that the line is the tangent to C, find the possible values for k, given your answer as a simplified set. Okay, this is nice. Wouldn't be too scared about it. We are going to use the original equation, minus 10x plus 4y plus 11 equals 0. Now y has changed to be 3x plus k. So this time what we're going to do is we're going to substitute y into the equation. 3x plus k squared minus 10x plus 3x plus k plus 11 equals 0. We absolutely tidy that up. So we get 10x squared plus k squared plus 6kx plus 2x plus 4k plus 11. That is equal to 0. Great. Now, what we want to do now at this point, once we've reached that point, is you realize it's all a quadratic. The final power is a quadratic. So we'll assign each section into what it is. If that makes sense. So that is the quadratic part, that is the x part, and that is the constant. Okay, so things with the quadratic would be 10x squared, and then the x would be 6k plus 2x, and then the constant would be k squared plus 4k plus 11. Okay, now the final step, because it's a quadratic, we have all of this good stuff. We can do b squared minus 4ac, which is the discriminant, to find the final answer, popping everything into the equation. Minus 10k squared plus 4k plus 11, that's equal to 0. That gives you the answer 36k squared plus 24k plus 4 minus 40 squared minus 160k minus 440 equal to 0. If you simplify that, that gives you 4k squared plus 136k plus 436. Pop that in the calculator, you get the answer. K is equal to minus 17 plus 6 root 5, and it's asking for values, so it's not just one value, and that's minus 17 minus 6 root 5. That is our answer, people. All it took was a lot of simplifying, a lot of identifying, and then boom. Yeah, easy 7. Ouch. What is that? What do we say? 43 marks? 43 out of 43. Simple stuff. See ya.